Good morning, everybody, and how are you? Welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is my podcast all about knitting and spinning and dyeing of yarn, all of which I do from my home right here outside of Lima, Ohio. I live here with my little puppy dog Ginger, my little kitty cat Purdy, my very nice and lovely and handsome husband Randy, my father-in-law Ronald, and his kitty cat Tommy. I think I got them all. How about that? Today is June 23rd, and this is episode 216. Now, I'm on the internet, on YouTube, Blogger, Facebook, and WordPress as Naturally Kim's Knitting, and I'm on Ravelry as NapiersKnits, and then we have a Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group. And let's see. And then on Instagram, I'm knitting_Kim. Whew, got through that. Now, first of all, before I go any farther, because this isn't a warm day, but this is a nice wool sweater, and I hope you recognize it. This is my Shakespeare in Love. I love the nice long ribbing at the waistline. I love these sleeves. Woo! Sorry, I had a little trouble getting it on because not being able to use the right hand as well as I want to. I love everything about this. Now I'm going to pause for a minute and I'm going to change into another new top. There might actually be 3 tops in this episode. We'll have to see. Just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, now this lovely top, which is a shorter length top, is called Corbin. And this was by, I want to get it right because I'll say her name wrong, Taiga Hilliard Designs. This was one of the tops I test knitted, and you can wear it off the shoulder like that or on the shoulder. I've worn it to physical therapy, and the ladies there really loved it. And this was made with the Wild Indian yarn from my friend Kat Carey. And I just love this. It was very easy to make. It had a nice little decorative stitch at the bottom. Isn't that pretty? And it just, and this nice little design along the top. Sorry, my monitor's over here, so that's why I'm looking that way. So anyways, I love this top. Now I have one more to share with you, so just a minute. And this is the 3rd top. I wore this one today to physical therapy. And okay, so you see, sorry, this is made with that Loops of Thread Joy DK Color Iris. And I love this. It doesn't look like iris right there, but I'll have to do this with the camera. It's a nice tunic, and look at all that beautiful knit work at the bottom. This is a lovely top, and this also was designed by a Taiga Hilliard. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love both of the tops that she did. I love my Carol Sunday top, Shakespeare in Love. I'm in love with a lot of the things I'm making right now. I should just put it this way. Now to go back to the right show notes, because I had to find my information about these things. Okay, now I can go on and tell you about the knit-alongs or craft-alongs that we have going on right now. Sorry, my hair is probably all over the place right now. So we have our repeatable craft along that we do every month. It's coming up to the end of the month. In 1 week, it will be June 30th. On July 1st, I close it. And this is the finished object one. It doesn't matter if you're knitting, spinning, dyeing, crocheting, woodworking, cross-stitch, embroidering, whatever. As long as you get it done in the month of June. You take a picture of it, Find the thread in Ravelry, post a picture. If you have a pattern name, put that with it. And then you can be eligible to be in the drawing at the end of them, or actually July 1st. Well, you're wondering, what in the world will the prizes be? Why do I want to enter this? Well, for one thing, you want to show off your patterns. I think. I always love to show mine off. I wore this, like I said, I think I said I wore this to physical therapy today, and the ladies are just loved it. Anyways, the prizes that you have to choose from are a $10 gift card from KnitPicks or Amazon, or any giftable pattern up to $10. How about that? And if you would like to post it on WordPress or Blogger, there's links in my show notes under, I'm trying to think. I will try to put them in the show notes under Ravelry. I can't guarantee, but I will try. I may even try to put them in the show notes under YouTube, since I figured out how to do that. I can't put affiliate links on YouTube, though. They don't like to have ads on there because they have their own ads and all that. So anyways, more about that in a minute. Then we have our knitting in red. I took my Shakespeare in Love sweater back, just like my Shakespeare in Love sweater. It was all red. Yours doesn't have to be all red, as long as the majority of it is red. This is a 2-month knit along, crochet along, whatever. And I will close it on August 1st. So all you have to do, find a pattern of something, make sure the majority of it is in red, and then post it under the knitting in red in Ravelry. Or you could put it on Blogger or WordPress. Okay? Make sure to take a picture. Make sure to put the name of the pattern, so that if somebody else sees it and they like it, they can check it out. I did that with the pattern this morning. One that I now put in, I'm assuming last night or this morning. I'm not sure, because she lives in a different time zone. Anyways, the pattern, or the prizes for this, you can choose from 2 socks at a time. You can choose from a $10 KnitPicks or Amazon card, or any giftable pattern up to $10. You have your choice. I'm trying to, I have so many books on my bookshelf that that's why I'm trying to put a book as a prize each month. Okay, let's see. Oh, what's on my needles? Well, I can't show you my sock that, that's what, we have a robotic vacuum cleaner. One day last week, it just gave me so many headaches. And one of the reasons was I did not see a thread of my spinning on the floor. We call our vacuum Freddie. Freddie spotted it. So I had to untangle that, and I haven't been back to finish with it yet. But that is on the wheel. It's not on the needles, but it's on the wheel. Then, get that out of the way. Oh, I want to show you this first. So I pulled out an old favorite book of mine. I love this book. Sock Yarn Shawls. 15 lacy knitted shawl patterns. I've made several shawls out of this book. Well, let me show you something. This is called Over the Moon. Okay, now if you remember, I am an influencer with KnitPicks, and they sent me some of this yarn, and I thought I would try it, and I thought, wonder how that would knit up into a shawl. I love it. Now let me tell you about the yarn first. It's called Static, and it's a fingering weight yarn, and the colorway is Glow. Now this has 437 yards, and it's 100 grams. Don't try to focus on me, focus on the label. It's not gonna focus. There we go. A little bit more about it. Yes, I know, you had to unwind. That's okay. It's a 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. You can machine wash it cold, tumble dry low. And I love this. I wasn't sure. In fact, they gave me another colorway that I'm going to make another shawl out of because I love it that much. Let me show you if I can bring it over here. Excuse the curled up edge, but look at that. I love how it's kind of self-striping. Now, after I know as I go along farther, it's not going to self-stripe quite as nicely. But look at that. I've done one repeat. I'm on the second repeat. Trying to get it so it's not so curled. There we go. But isn't that lovely? So the other one is more like a green. And may I tell you, this is soft. I'm so looking forward to having a day where I can just sit there and wrap the shawl around me. I'm actually going to use both skeins of yarn. Out of this book, you can use just one. But I sometimes like a little longer shawl. And so I want this one and the other one to be longer. I just can't wait. So this one is Over the Moon. I've kind of decided what I'm going to do the next one out of, but I haven't started it yet because I don't want to have another project on my needles. But the other one, I'm kind of thinking Happenstance. I'm loving. I'm really, I can just go through this book. I mean, the next one's Franklin. I mean, I could go through this book and I could easily do each one of these. I don't think this will ever be a prize because I think by the time I'm done with it, it will fall apart. But it's Soft Yarn Shawls, 15 lacy knitted shawl patterns. And it's from Martingale Publishers. It says it's $24.99 now. I don't know where I got this from. I really don't remember where I got this from. Probably could have been Paperback Swap, could have been KnitPicks. I don't know. But lovely, 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 let me say. The next thing that's on my needles are my no-name socks. I know who I'm giving them to, but I can't announce it because they might be watching and I don't want them to see. This is going to be a Christmas gift for somebody special. I don't know. I don't want to say who. But it's just a very easy, simple pattern. Let me see if I can get it to show. Don't know if you can kind of see those inverted triangles. It wants to show my fingers and I want to show the sock. But I finished the heel with my little knit 2 purl 2 rib, and now I'm on to the sock part on this one, or the leg part. This one I have finished the heel and I'm getting ready for the leg part. Actually, I had this planned for somebody else, but then I realized, oh, what am I doing? Because when I make soup kitchen socks, I usually stick with one standard size. Sometimes I'll go up 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Well, I started doing the heel where I usually do for soup kitchen. So it has to be for somebody with a little smaller foot than the person I was making it for. This is that yarn that, in case you forget from week to week, I know many of you watch more than one podcast. I just dropped a stitch marker. There it is. Excuse me, one moment. I say one moment, but it takes me a little bit longer sometimes. This is that graduated color. As you can tell, right here where I'm working right now, there's not a whole lot of purple. I mean, it's mainly white with little flecks, but then you go down just a little bit more, and the purple's coming out more and more. Just a moment, I'll be right back. Sorry, that was a phone call, and I have so many doctors and everything. I just wanted to see if it was them confirming or whatever. So anyways, as you go a little bit deeper, there's more and more purple that shows. And then eventually, when you get, I don't know if you can see, down there, eventually it's going to be almost solid purple. Now, this is enough to make 2 pairs of socks. So the first person's socks are going to be this lighter shade, and then the next person's socks will be the darker. But I like this. I like the yarn. This is my home dyed. I think it was Stroll, but it's my home dyed So that's lovely. I like that. Except I can't hold on to things. I would blame my shoulder, but it's not all my shoulder. Some of it's just me. Then, of course, oh, I don't have a chemo cap to show you today. I'm hoping to start another one. Actually, I want to start it with the same pattern that I just did for Roro and Cade's. This is my soup kitchen sock. Now, I had enough of this color for toes and either a heel or the cuff, and I decided I wanted this color to be the toe and the cuff. So I went through my scrap yarns, and I found this yarn for the heel. Just finished the heel last night on that one. But I kind of like it, even with the heel a different color. I like that. And I have enough of this stripe that I can actually finish the leg with it, which is amazing. I have no idea what these yarns were, because usually once I put it in my scrap pile, I don't save the labels, and I should. This one I'm getting ready for the heel. So yay! Probably work on that today. Seems like every time I sit down I have a heel to do lately. That's okay. I do it myself. Then, I don't know if I want to try to say this or not. This is not available yet. This will be available soon. But I want to show you the name. Corajan. I'm not sure what, but this is by Kelly at Roro and Cade's. And I have to see if I can do this right. Okay, I kind of got it down both ears. I have troubles getting it down that ear. But it's a beautiful pattern. I'm thinking one day soon I'm going to have a Roro and Cade's knit along. Roro and Cade's. Just so you know. You'll have to look at her patterns and see what you think. But I'm going to make another hat with this, with not quite so busy yarn. And see what I think of that. I like this hat. I didn't think I'd be able to send it to a chemo kid, but actually it's not itchy. So I may try it. This was some of my Genevieve, I think this was just Genevieve. It wasn't Genevieve Penelope yarn that I had left. So anyways, yay. Yay. I think I've showed everything that was on my needles, everything that's finished. This is actually a good mood for me right now. Anybody who's watched for a while, this is our Let's Chat section. So if you don't want to chat, that's okay. But anybody who's watched for a while knows 35 years ago, we had a little baby who lived 8 days. His name's Lee Daniel. He was born on June 18th, and he died June 26th. So the 8 days between there are always rough for me. And I had a crying jag yesterday, and I'm not going to have one on here. But he was a, I want to say he was a sweet child, but I didn't really get to know him that well. But I know, oh, the day that I do go to heaven, as much as I love God and I love Jesus, I know the first thing I'm going to say is, where's my baby? Because I love that little boy. So it's been a rather rough time as of late. But you know what? I know he's all healed in heaven. And I know he's got grandparents watching out for him, and an aunt, and oh, lots of people who love him are up there. So let's see what else. Oh, well, I told you. I went physical therapy. Well, occupational therapy. Sorry, Tracy. Today, I've got 2 more appointments. One on Friday and one next Tuesday. I may put this out on Monday next week. I'm not sure. Boy, really. Maybe I'll wait until Wednesday, because then I can do the drawing and announce the winners. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do, because my appointment, my doctor's appointment is like 9:20, something like that. and then I need to see my occupational therapist right afterwards. So kind of makes it difficult to get my show notes together and get all my projects together and all that stuff um, with doing that. So, anyways, so I will probably do the podcast on Wednesday. That way I could do the drawings and everything. I'm thinking that's what I'll do. Okay, as I've been asking every week, how are you guys doing? I didn't hear from anybody last week, so I'm assuming that those that told me before, they're still doing the same. But I think about you guys. I go through all the people who have joined Ravelry, and I give a special thought to each one of you. Hope that you're healthy. Hope you're doing well. Crazy world. I really don't want to go farther than that. It's a crazy world. I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I didn't last week. Not going to do it this week. Okay, I've told you about my daughter's blog. It's Mohr's, M-O-H-R apostrophe S, Mohr's Adventures in World Schooling. There is a link. I try to put it wherever I can. Well, this with Father's Day being this past weekend. Oh, that's what I didn't tell you about. She did a special Father's Day blog. And it's 10 great dads of the animal kingdoms. And I don't want to give away too much, but she and the kids sat down, and from all the reading they've done, which she has read to these kids from basically the moment they were born. And so they went through all their memories and through their favorite books, and they chose their favorite dads. They may not be the dads that are always around. They may not be these are animal dads. They may not be the animal dads that are there at the birth. But there is some reason why they are in this 10 great dads. And she gives you the books that, I think she gave us the books where the animals' facts came from and everything. Then I've told you about my friend Nina. Nina's at my house. Oh, come on. It's not going to. Sorry about that. Well, she has a new pattern out this week. Nina's at my house. Look at that beautiful granny square pattern. Isn't that lovely? So, anyways, she's got that on her blog, and it is so beautiful. KnitPicks. I've mentioned before, I'm also an affiliate with KnitPicks. I didn't bring anything over to drink. I've got such a tickle. I'm an affiliate with KnitPicks. So, if anytime you think that you need to buy something at KnitPicks, if you can just go, like I said, I can't put this on YouTube. I think I can still put it on Ravelry, but you have to go down to the KnitPicks name and click on it. But in my Blogger and my WordPress, there's a little ad over to the side, and if you click on that, it'll take you there. I get a couple pennies from your order. It does not raise the price of your order. But then when it comes time for buying gifts for you guys or whatever, I can go there and I can get them. So, yay! So I just wanted to remind you of that. They still have their same sales. My puppy's trying to drag out her toys. She gets them put away every day when Freddie vacuums. And so she has to decide every day which one to start with. Anyways, they still have their sweet sweater savings. If you buy 10 or more cotton yarns, you can receive $10 off. They also have their bear yarn still on sale. 20 skeins, 15% discount. I'd have nowhere to put it, but that would sure be nice. And let's see. Oh, I did do a book review, but I don't have it in here. What I will do is I will put a link where it says book review, and if you'd like to see what I read, just click on that. I'm going to be having more books to review soon because I'm with this, it's called Christian Fiction, oh, I can't remember. and I don't have it up on my computer. Anyways, it's a place for bloggers to put book reviews and things. And then they have little read-alongs every month. And this, or not every month, but every quarter. And this quarter's is Tag Your It. And so I had to go through my books, and one of three things. It either had to be young adult, or it had to have a fence, or it had to have 18, either in the cover or in the book somewhere. So I went through some of my old books that I needed to review, and I found two that have fences on them. I must say the first book I picked up, loving it. So I think I'm going to zip right through it. But it's not up there now. You'll just have to wait. I don't think I reviewed these. I don't remember. So I'm going to do them real fast right now. I'm sorry. This is going to be a few minutes longer. I put them up here to be reviewed, and I forgot about them last week. So anyways, Dover has these wonderful cut and assemble books. And this one is Cut and Assemble the Mayflower. That ship that you see on the cover, all the pieces you need to make it are inside, waiting to be cut out, glued, whatever. But they give you all the pieces, including the name to put on the ship and the British flag. And is that Denmark? I don't remember. And then they give you, I know the directions are in here. I showed this to my husband. I said, here you go. Next time we go see the grandkids, you have a project for the whole time we're with them. And he just opened it up and saw the directions. And he goes, what? I said, oh no, all the pieces are inside. I said, but the grandkids can't do this by themselves. And they would love to have Grandy help with the project. So, Cut and Assemble the Mayflower. This will not be a giveaway because, like I said, this is for my grandkids. Grandkids and Grandy to work on. Then I haven't decided if I'm going to give this away or if I'm going to give, I don't know if my grandson's into dinosaurs now. Not really airplanes. But I have to decide easy aircraft or origami. Now, they don't have the paper in here. But they do show you get to the right place. They have, of course, its symbols, procedures. Then they have, I want to find a picture with all the planes. I guess I have to go to the covers. I don't know what all the planes are, but it does say on them. Aeon and Razorback. I have probably to go to the front cover for the other ones. Then they have Stratus and Longsword. That might be all. There's 14. I've looked. I mean, I could show you the black and white pictures, but anyways. Oh, well, they have. I could give you the names too. Hawker, Wingman, Stratus, FX, Avenger, Cirrus, Hex, Aeon, Sundown, Razorback, Hammer, Longsword, Dark Knight, and Morningstar. And they do have, like for Morningstar, they do have the drawing in the front. And then they have all the directions and how to fold and all that. This is from Dover. It's $7.95. I will let you know if I'm going to end up giving away. You'll find in the prizes sometime. So, now I think that's it. I'm glad I looked because I didn't want to put that off for another week. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great week. I hope all your crafting goes really well, that you don't make any mistakes, but if you do, I hope they're little ones. Take care. God bless. Big hugs. And I love you all. Bye-bye. See you next week.